Hi everybody, wonderful morning. This is pre-market outlook discussion for the 2nd of June 2026. Hope you all caught the point of what we have discussed in the first day and what were the important key dates that includes 21st of May and then the recent Friday's one, 29th, and the 1st June also was included. With that high and low points for these dates and all will be acting crucially to set the upcoming trends like we have discussed. In that manner, one all observe the things well while in discussion made on the dates, levels, strategies. And also, hope you got an experience how the behavior on yesterday's first day of the month and week was happened. It was clearly the selling side conviction we have experienced on the NIFTYs and the Sensex chart. As we also mentioned in the yesterday's pre-market report through the way of giving a regular phrase kind of words that the conviction on selling side is increasing, right? Because it was not able to sustain even a single week above the important zones, which has reclaimed by the NIFTY, and the retracement kind of activities that was totally filled the gap during the Friday session. So because of that inability to sustain above the important dates high, even though it has reclaimed or recaptured. So that was the reason yesterday we have predicted about very core one, and we have been expecting 300 to 400 points of downside if it is. Otherwise, in case if the high of Friday's one getting broken and sustained on the daily basis, we can see from the next session onwards at least 300 points of upside like we have discussed in yesterday's pre-market. And we also additionally given the point that we are standing on the weaker side or negative side or lower side like the behavior is signaling. In that manner only it has, even though giving a mild higher open, it could not sustain and post the low breakdown of yesterday's one during the second session, that means second part of the session, it has continuously drifted downward and made a close below to the Friday's low. That should not have get broken, but that has happened. So as we have predicted based on the behavioral research and given the outputs about observing the trend and behavior mostly, it should not close below the point or it should close above the point of high as the first one of the Friday's one and the next one as the 21st of May's low and then high of that particular date. These and all should be happened to see the positive momentum or bullish kind of activities on the markets. Otherwise, if it is giving the opposite side of confirmation like yesterday's one, which needs another 1 day of close below to that point, probably which may happen in today's one, as it has closed first time below the Friday's low and consecutively closes below the 21st May's low. So that created a proof, but need to be sustained at least for a week. This entire week it should sustain below the points we have discussed based on dates, and then we can get the confirmation the bearish trend whether can be expected or not like. So until then it should be based on the current behavior. One should approach the market for the daily trading purpose only. Still we are not giving any conviction based ideologies or strategies for building the long positions for the positional traders, because it is clearly under the control of bear. So that's the thing as a strategical one. as a deep insight one can actually follow based on the discussion made now. So this is 2nd June 2026. The previous close, what it has made was around 23,300. Very comfortably for the burst, it has closed below the previous Friday's low and the support zone of 23,500, 23,700 as an interim behavior zone. In all the way, it has closed below to that points. And which is only making the Nifty to open on a gap down manner in today's session. Even though there are mixed trends across global. And after opening, which is enough based on the first 15 minutes of yesterday's one, the 1st June's one, which will be acting the support and resistance for the entire day today. That means the first 15 minutes one will be now acting as a resistance point if it is trying to move through the way of bouncing or through the way of recovery. So if the first 15 minutes low is getting approached, there you can see some selling activities getting increased because of the resistance points approached. And if the first 15 minutes high, that means yesterday's high, because yesterday also included or queued up in the date-wise behavioral forecast we have given. The first one was 21st May, then 29th May, then yesterday's one, 1st of June. Altogether, you should maintain the highest high and the lowest low between these 3 days until the 1st of June's high and all immediately getting broken, which may be acting as a stipulated resistance point for the Nifty, and the way for moving further down may be happening until it is trading below the Friday's low as well as the yesterday's low. Yesterday's low should not get broken. If it is happening, a point of moving further downward towards the recent swing low of 23,246. So that may be get approached even in the opening session itself. And the breaking below to that swing low may be dragging the Nifty further towards the 23,150 as a core intraday based support today. If the 23,150 held by the Nifty, we can see some bounces towards 23,300. Between this 150 point, one can expect as a bounce. But anyhow, that should not be treated as a reversal line. For the clear and conviction on the reversal confirmation, the Nifty should close above Monday's high at least. That means yesterday's June 1st high, at least it should close. Then it should respect the Friday's 29th of May's one. Then it should move above the 21st April May's one. So in all the way, it should actually maintain, not only just breaking, it should close on daily candle and it should maintain without coming back. This is what we have been keep insisting on. If the confirmation and all given on the daily frame for making above or below means it should not come back or it should not get pulled back. That's the important thing one should watch. If it happens, we can see the existing trend will be continuing. So that's the thing for the Nifty's outlook based strategies and review based things and all we have to discuss. With the broader market trend remaining weak, positional traders should not think about building long and may look to build short positions on every rise or rebounds and even below the support points once it gets broken. On the sectoral side, major sectors which includes bank, finance, IT, energy, defense, automobile, and FMCG, which got highly impacted in yesterday's session. So that also will be in focus today. On the stocks trend based on the news, because the earnings season completely ends for the Q4, and hereafter the news based stocks under the trending stocks today list will be focused. In the manner, the Tech Mahindra based on technical behavior, NBCC also based on technical behavior, Hitachi Energy based on technical behavior, Lodha developers also in the same, Ronnie Energy based on technical behavior, PNC Infra Tech projects based on news of order win, Capri Global based on the stake buy by the institutions, and Inox win based on behavior. One can focus for the day. Since the market currently under the control of bear, irrespective of the trend, even though it is having negative trend currently, we should be mandate for maintaining stop loss all the transactions without compromise. So that's it from today's pre-market outlook discussion. Hope you all got the strategical way of approach, how to you can apply on the Nifty, and the sectors what or not should be focused, and the stocks what or not for the initial trading setups can be followed like. So we'll be meeting again in the pre-market outlook discussion tomorrow. And there are some queries. I have gone short in Wipro June futures at 191 price. Can I hold? So that can be, yeah, because of the yesterday's behavior, it has witnessed that the Wipro almost got the profit booking based trend in during the yesterday's one itself. But the close was not that much weak for the Wipro. Anyhow, this is now trading inside the Friday's candle still. As we have discussed for the Nifty, the stock also should be noted that the Friday's candle was important to get broken on either side. Until it is getting broken, the consolidation and the range bound actions may be seen on the instruments. For the Wipro also, we are seeing 192 and 188. Between this level, it should be getting consolidated. Anyhow, the bias is slightly changed. So based on that thing, you can hold the short positions by the way of maintaining the stop loss as 191 above. At least if it is closing above this 191 in any 5 minutes time frame, there you can think about exiting the position once it gets closed. Otherwise, you can keep holding the exist long position, short positions. Target may be until it is breaking 188, that should be the target. And once it breaks the 188 and based on the breakdown, 186 can be expected on the Wipro future side. Yes, sir. Actually, the using of the whiteboard has been raised with the administration team, and we will be adding that soon. Okay. So through the digital way of applying the whiteboard and all, we will be adding that soon. We take it as a good feedback from your side, sir. Thank you very much. So we can now conclude today's session, and we can move focus on the today's market order. So thank you.